Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on Qpvn channel. I'm Châu Nguyễn, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Statues of international solidarity and friendship between Vietnam and countries appraised. Vietnam deploys advanced automated air defense system. Female diplomat brings image of Vietnam's National Assembly to world. On October the 18th in Hanoi, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, met with liaison board of the Trường Sơn Female Driver Company to mark the 57th anniversary of its founding. General Phan Van Giang paid tribute to the company, calling its members steel flowers on the fiery Trường Sơn Trail, a lasting symbol of pride for Vietnamese women and the heroic Vietnam People's Army. He highlighted their blood, tears, and resilience as vital in forging the legend of the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Their legacy stands as a shining symbol of revolutionary heroism and the noble tradition of Vietnamese women, heroic, indomitable, loyal, courageous. The minister expressed hope that the former drivers would continue sharing their powerful stories with younger generations, tales of courage, patriotism, and the spirit the heart may stop beating, but the hands never leave the steering wheel. He affirmed that their legacy remains a priceless source of inspiration, motivating today's soldiers to live, train, and serve with resilience, ambition, and honor. In the past week, the Vietnam Military History Museum coordinated with the relevant agencies to appraise the sketches of the statues of international solidarity and friendship at its outdoor display area. Currently, the 1:1 scale sketches of the Vietnam-China, Vietnam-Laos, and Vietnam-Cambodia solidarity and friendship statues have been basically completed. Through the typical historical and cultural details, they've become vivid symbols of the pure international solidarity, demonstrating Vietnam's gratitude for the great and valuable support of international friends for its cause of national liberation and reunification. The Military Communications and Training Department under the General Political Department request the authors and relevant units and agencies to receive the opinions of the Art Council, continue to make appropriate adjustment, and ensure the construction progress and quality of the project. Once completed, the statues will be displayed at the outdoor display area of the Vietnam Military History Museum. The Air Defense and Air Force Command and Control Automation System, known as VQ2, was developed jointly by the VIET High-Tech Industry Corporation and the Air Defense Air Force Service. This system represents a major technological breakthrough in protecting the country's airspace, adapting to the evolving nature of modern warfare, and significantly enhancing the combat readiness of Vietnam's Air Defense Air Force Service. This simulated scenario involves an unidentified aircraft breaching airspace during an air defense missile regiment exercise. The VQ2 system is used, signaling a shift to modern warfare. It delivers real-time aerial data to all command levels, automatically assesses threats, and assists the combat crew in managing and neutralizing them. VIET has collaborated closely with the Air Defense Air Force Service to deploy the system. The automation enables commanders and combat teams to quickly identify target characteristics and make rapid, near real-time decisions to eliminate threats. Mastering the entire technology, from conceptual design to developing the control software, is critically important for any military. This combat system is highly complex, with no country openly transferring this technology. Globally, only about 20 countries have independently developed such systems. We ensure the systems stay highly mobile and survivable in complex combat conditions, with plans to integrate AI and big data technologies for better decision support and autonomous operations, boosting combat effectiveness. VQ2 and other technologies mark a new era for Vietnam's defense industry, enhancing combat readiness and building a revolutionary, modern, elite military to meet national defense needs. On October the 18th, Viettel Cambodia, or Medphone, a subsidiary of the military industry telecoms group Viettel, in collaboration with the National Blood Transfusion Center of Cambodia, organized the Blood Donation Day. The event aims to help address the urgent shortage of blood supplies for public healthcare services while spreading the spirit of community sharing. Having organized for the second consecutive year by Medphone in collaboration with the National Blood Transfusion Center of Cambodia, the program is part of Medphone's ongoing series of social activities reflecting its business philosophy that upholds social responsibility and its commitment to improving community well-being. This event shows Medphone's deep care for and dedication and contribution to the community, particularly its responsibility for the Cambodian people. It also helps strengthen the friendship and cooperation between the governments and peoples of Vietnam and Cambodia. The event attracted 115 participants. From early morning, a large number of Medphone staff members gathered to take part in this meaningful and practical activity. This is such a meaningful activity organized by Medphone to support people in need of blood transfusion. The donated blood units will be collected and stored at Cambodia's National Blood Transfusion Center to help improve healthcare services as well as save lives. These meaningful and practical program brings hope and smiles to the people of Cambodia. Coming up next, Vietnam continues to attract high-quality FDI. Female diplomat brings image of Vietnam's National Assembly to world. Eurocharm Vietnam recently unveiled the Business Confidence Index for the third quarter of 2025, which climbed to 66.5 points, reaching its highest in 3 years. The index reflects the level of optimism of European enterprises about the investment and business environment in Vietnam. Investors of Japan and the Republic of Korea highly appreciate the business environment in Vietnam, with the total FDI capital in the first 9 months of the year reaching over $28.5 billion, up 15% of the last same period. The Vietnamese government is promoting administrative reform and simplifying processes to attract high-quality FDI, focusing on processing, manufacturing, and high-tech industries. With a stable environment, development potential, and strong commitment to reform, Vietnam is affirming its position as a leading attractive destination for high-quality FDI in the region. The recent Vietnam-West Java Business Forum in Bandung offered a valuable platform for direct engagement between Vietnamese and Indonesian enterprises. Co-hosted by the Indonesian Embassy in Vietnam and West Java's Department of Trade and Industry, the event drew dozens of Vietnamese companies and potential partners from West Java, a leading Indonesian province in export, manufacturing, and investment. Speaking at the event, Dr. Nguyễn Phúc Nam, Deputy Director General of the Vietnam's Ministry of Industry and Trade, highlighted Indonesia as Vietnam's second largest trading partner in ASEAN, with Vietnam ranking fourth for Indonesia. He noted strong potential for growth, especially in sectors like agriculture, digital economy, energy, high-tech, pharmaceuticals, and medical equipment. The forum is expected to provide fresh momentum for Vietnamese businesses to strengthen cooperation, unlock new market opportunities in Indonesia, and contribute to broader ASEAN goals of boosting trade, investment, and regional industrial development. A recent international seminar titled Cultural Industries, a Strategic Driver for Sustainable Development took place in Tokyo, hosted by the Vietnam Federation of UNESCO Associations. At the event, Vietnam's UNESCO representatives highlighted the ongoing collaboration with Japan's UNESCO body and their shared commitment to the strategic role of cultural industries. Japan has a strong creative sector, while Vietnam offers rich heritage and rapid digital growth. Both countries have great potential to cooperate in preserving culture and fostering innovation. Attendees discussed opportunities and challenges in the culture industry. Presentations, performances, and artisan honors highlight culture as both a spiritual treasure and a key driver of sustainable development. On January 6, 1946, after gaining national independence, Vietnamese people from all walks of life wrote a new chapter in history when they exercised their right for the first time to elect members to the National Assembly of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam in a direct, democratic, universal, and equal manner. Since that historic moment, the Vietnamese National Assembly has accompanied the country in every stage of development, becoming the voice of the people and an important bridge connecting with international friends. And on that journey, there was an experienced diplomat who contributed to building bridges of friendship, bringing the image of Vietnam closer to the world. A surprising voice for New Vietnam. This is the title of an article by American journalist Daniel Snyder about a female diplomat of Vietnam whom he describes as an experienced communist that always explained Vietnam's policies through reproachable terms. And her confidence comes from a rather unique history. Who is she? I lived in Europe for a long while, but my family was a traditional one in Hue. That motivated me to return to my homeland. I could have continued living a peaceful life in France, but if you ask me where I belong to, I can immediately answer that I belong to the country and people of Vietnam. I also recall that in 1969, when Uncle Ho passed away, I felt so touched and thought this was a just cause, a lifetime career. Having lived in Europe for 18 years, she returned to Saigon in 1972 and worked for the National Liberation Front of South Vietnam. After the country was unified, she was offered to move to the north to work as a diplomat. With more than 20 years of working in state diplomacy and party diplomacy, in 2002 she was elected to the 11th National Assembly and continued to use her voice to introduce a modern Vietnam to the world. It must be said that Western countries have their own view on democracy, and multi-party system represents democracy. It was the biggest challenge. At dialogues with the Western countries, the Vietnam's National Assembly had to demonstrate its role and voice. She and many other deputies have been using their own voices to introduce a modern and integrated Vietnam to international friends. Parliamentary diplomacy is not only a political tool, but also a bridge between cultures, communities, and peoples. These efforts of a whole generation of dedicated leaders, deputies, and other individuals are contributing to building the image of a Vietnamese National Assembly ready to integrate into the international arena. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.